Hey guys, Bup here. Welcome back to the Modsauce. It is auto processing day. Take a look over here. All the processing that we had going down here is now in my inventory. It is moving on up to the AE room. So down over here, I extended quite a bit the room. Moved things around a little bit, didn't change the setups of it, but I moved it onto this wall here, which is just going to make things a little bit easier. Moved behind this wall here. So there's the wiring back here is a little bit different, but no big deal. Made another couple of rooms, got 3 more rooms that are basically the same size. So this should handle pretty much all of our auto processing and some more of our auto crafting, which inevitably we are going to be setting up. So that's where all of this is going to take place, right down in here. So I've got all the stuff we had in the mining world. Let me just craft up a little bit of the things that we're going to need to tie it into the AE system, some interfaces, that kind of stuff. Let me get it all prepared and then we'll go. One thing I did add in here is a charger. I added this in to charge up our quartz to make the charged Certus quartz. So that's all set up, and then out the back here it pulls out from a transfer node and dumps into our chest to put it into the system. So that's why I set that up. I did that off camera because, well, I needed some charged Certus and figured what the heck. Set it up and made another crafting processor here so that we can get 2 going at the same time. One is just a 1K, because 1K is not a lot. That's basically going to do all of the, like when we call for something here and it needs a silicone, it's got to use the processor. So the 1K is going to kind of be set aside for that, because most of the projects we call for need more than just a 1K storage. So that's why I just built a small one. We'll probably get a few more of these going just so we can call multiple things at once, because some of the stuff we're going to end up calling takes a while to craft. So we'll get more of those in place as we set up this processing, and a lot more things are going to be crafted and called for. But let me just get all the supplies we need, and I'll cut back in and we'll get right to work on it. Alright, so we are ready to go to get some of this done. There'll be a lot of cuts in this episode too as we get more stuff. But let's hop right in. The first thing I want is I want to upgrade this diamond furnace to a hell furnace, because that'll just be a little bit faster for us. Are we lacking gunpowder? I thought we had enough. Let me see. Can you make gunpowder? I don't know. Niter, sulfur. You need a bunch of stuff we don't have. Alright, so never mind on that. We're just going to use the diamond furnace. We can always upgrade it later. So good enough. So I ran some wires around here with the to get into our ME system. First thing we're going to do, put a little interface on there with a little transfer node pulling things out. So now all we got to do, this is going to be for the ores, and this is going to run right into a furnace. So it's a little bit higher than I want. No, that's perfect height. So we're going to run that into a furnace here. Actually, we'll use 2 of them because we're a little bit slower since we can't do the hell furnace. So what the heck. We got 2 of them there, and then obviously out of these guys we're going to pull this stuff out, and it's going to go into our all-important chest. And this is just, we're just going to dump it into an ender chest from here, because that'll put it back into the ME system automatically. So let's do it that way. Put the ender chest right in the corner, and grab this right across, and boom, right into it. So now what we want, I've got one of them, the liquid upgrade, because we're going to power these things using lava. So you just need this liquid fuel upgrade to do that, which we have everything but the bucket, but we've got plenty of iron. So let's make a bucket first, and one of these guys here. So now we've got the 2 of them for both of those furnaces. I should have made another, because we're going to need another for the next step, but when we get there we'll do that. Alright, so we've got each of those in there. Now we're going to grab this ender storage tank here. Let's see, I don't want the wires to all crisscross. So So let's put it on the other side then. Just to keep things neat. I mean, it won't really have an effect. It can't pull the liquid out of there, but I don't know. I just like to keep things looking neat. So we'll just do that, pull that out of there, and then just run the wires right across. These guys should fill right up, and they are. Excellent. So that takes care of that part of it. Now what we need to do is we want to use the ore doubling that this guy has. So he's got the better, no, not the fuel efficient, the better ore processing. So first we need to make the standard ore processing, which is a piston, which we can't do because we don't have cobblestone going into here. So I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Just throw down some stone and break it up. Great, that one went into the floor. That's what happens with the carpenter's blocks every now and then. We'll leave that for now. I'll fix that later. So back to it. Make a piston. I think we only need one, so we just did it that way. Whatever. Alright, so now we've got the standard one, and now we want to upgrade it to this better one. We do need 2 more pistons. So that's just 8 more. That'll only take a second. A couple extra we'll throw back in there. Whatever. So now let's get 2 more of these. 1 and 2. And then everything else should be in there now. Perfect. So now we've got the ore processing upgrade. Actually, that reminds me too. So we don't want 2 on this one. We just want 1. The 2 will come later on. So let's just reconfigure this. We're just going to have the 1 here, which means we'll take that down. We'll add this next to it. Gosh, those take a while to break. And let's stick that into there. And let's, oh, no, that was what I wanted. That. And that with the 1. Alright, so now we've got that guy filling up, and he's going to double our ores. So that's all set up for there. Now the next guy we're going to do, I think we'll just put right next to here. This one is going to be our, well, he's going to do a couple of jobs. So we need another interface. Coming off the system up there. Now we're going to go 1 block higher, I think. Because we don't want the wires to tangle here. Definitely we don't want them to, because we don't want ores to end up into this furnace that doesn't have the double ores going on with it. So we do want that in there with the liquid fuel for it. Same deal here. We want that coming out. We'll run that. I know it's going to connect there, but it's not going to do anything because it can't pull liquids out and it can't put solids in. So that's not a big deal. And that's going to be for making our blazing cactoids and for making our glass. But the glass is going to be easy to do. We don't want all of the sand that gets made to go turned into glass. We just want some of it too. So we're going to use a slower furnace for that on purpose. And this is where we need another one of the fuel upgrades. So let's just make 1 more of these guys. So we'll have to make a bucket first. And then just 1 more of these. Oop, that is not the one we want. Okay. And then for that, just pop it right under there. And then of course get the wire going there. Get something to pull out from. And the way we'll do this is, I guess, with these are a little close. But how can we do this to make sense? We should probably space it out 1 more. See, some of these things you just gotta plan ahead, and well, I guess I just didn't think it all out. So do that, put that there, put these back. It'll all make sense in just a second, because this we want to be a sorting filter pipe. That's what it's called. Filter pipe up there. and that way we can use it. There, so now all of these are going to be able to fill up with lava and stay full. You can use the sorting pipe. Now we've got to teach it all the stuff that it's going to do. So that's going to be a slower process, but that's fine. So we want sand. And we want the cactoid. That's going to actually help us there. Okay. It's a good thing we did that. You'll see in just a minute. So, how do we tell both of them to come out? Well, no, the sand is going to go down that way. How do we want this? We want the sand to go into the red because we want the sand to be a little bit slower. We want the cactoid to go down, so that's the black. And then we have to tell this over here, our ME interface, we want to always keep, I should have got a full stack, whatever. We want to always keep sand in there. Actually, sand has to be second. And you'll see why in just a second. So, and then we want to always keep those, so we can just double it up that way. So that's fine. So we always want to keep 64 in there. So there we go. And same with the sand. We always want to keep 64 sand in there because it's going to take the first thing. This transfer node is going to take the first thing, and the blazing cactoids are going to come out a whole lot faster. So it's going to fill that up, and then in between making blazing cactoids, it'll make the sand. So it's going to be a slower process, but that's fine with us for now. We'll speed it up later to get glass faster, but that'll make us enough glass in the meantime. Now the harder one is going to be all these ores. So there's a whole bunch of different ones, like copper, you know, if you look at just copper ore, you've got 4 different kinds. So what you do for that, we can use this ore dictionary. We're going to make one of these guys, and that will tell it which copper we want to use. So we're going to use, we've got the thermal foundation copper in here. So that's what we're going to teach it. We want to use thermal foundation copper. So there, now every type of copper that it smelts in the furnace that has that in there will be the thermal foundation one. So now we'll go into here, and we will pull out a stack of each of the copper types. Guess we don't quite have a stack of that, but that's fine. And we will put that into this furnace here, is the one that's doing our ores, because it's got that. So now it can do the copper, and we got to tell this interface to always pull out our copper. And there it goes, getting cooked up right away. Are those all the same ones? Nope. Okay. Thermal foundation, those are the same ones. Where did I mess up then? Didn't I miss one? Whatever. Let's check. Copper. Mechanism. We didn't have a mechanism stack? Huh. Confusing. Sometimes I click too fast to pay attention. So we've got tinkers, we've got thermal foundation, we've got immersive, and now we have mechanism. So that's all the coppers that are going to come out and go into there, and they're going to get doubled up. As you see, pulls 2 of them out for each. I know that you can pulverize them, whatever, do similar things, maybe get a little bit more, but that we're not worried about that. We're going to have plenty of ores. So next we need to do, we need some of these storage upgrades as well, because we are going to be using a lot of different ones, and this allows you to have more, which is very important for us. So we need those, and we need the ore dictionaries. We're going to need a few of these. What are we missing? Paper. we can make plenty of paper. So we need some ore dictionaries because next up is going to be tin. And there's the 3 kinds of tin. We're using mechanism tin just because, well, that was the one that we grabbed, and we're not really going to be particular on what we use. So there we go, mechanism tin. Now we'll grab some of each tin. Have the mechanism, the thermal foundation, and the tinkers. And we do the same thing. So it's going to take a while for these furnaces to catch up because we've been loading stuff in there the whole time we've been playing, and we haven't really had this yet. So it's going to play a little bit of catch up, but that's fine. Let's just pull this out for a second so that we can... Did I? Oh, I made the wrong ones. We wanted upgrade packages. That's fine. We'll use these two. These are decent enough. Just allows you to have 2 stacks of materials in there. Oh well. So let's get this back in there. And now let's make the right ones. My goodness. Maybe I should have made more cuts and made sure I knew what I was doing. These are definitely the ones we need. Ooh, those are a little more pricey. Alright, let's throw a couple crafting benches in there. I'm going to make 2 of these for now. We don't have a lot of gold, so just 2 of them. Now this allows us to put more than just the 3 upgrades per furnace. So that's what we're going to do here. You can put the upgrades right into there, and then you can put that. Which one was it? And you can put that into there, and it gets the both of them in there. So it's got the advanced door, and now it's got the tin. So now we can tell it which tin we want, and put our tin in here. A little bit of lag going on, as always. Alright. So now we'll pull out the tin. We have room for 1 more, so we may as well have it do the iron out of there as well. So we'll come over here. Let's grab our iron. And then, like I said, it's eventually going to catch up and get all of these. Now there's only 1 type of iron, so we don't need to use the upgrade for that. Iron in there. Go back in. Now what we can do is 1 more interface, because there are going to be some more that we're going to need to smelt up. So we can just sort of tie it in this way here. That to sort of, nope, not that. There, so now that'll loop it around, so now we got a whole other interface that we can play with, add some more stuff in there. So let's see what other kind of ores we're collecting that we want to be processed through here. So we'll type in ore, we've got the copper, we've got the iron, osmium, we need that, tin, we've got the tin, lead. I think there's only 1 kind of lead, isn't there? Let's see if we run up on any more tin. We need the silver. Yellowite we're not using just yet, and probably aren't going to get into big reactors for quite a while, so we'll just leave that for now as is. We can just grab the silver. Cinnabar, same thing, we're not going to use that stuff yet. Aluminum, we'll take that. We got the tin already. Ferrous, we'll take that. We got titanium, we'll take that. Bauxite and shiny. Let's see. Throw those in there. I don't really know what the bauxite turns into. What the heck. We're gonna eventually need to craft it up, I guess. Maybe it'll be used for something. Does it smelt into something with a different name that we do use? I don't know. Whatever. So we'll just throw all these here. So that it can craft up these guys. And now these will all just run through the same processor. We didn't need to standardize them since they're all sort of just one-offs of each other. Oh look, that was the perfect amount too. So there we go. And it's not going to be able to fill it up. It's going to take, like I said, it's going to be a while for it to catch up to all of that. But at least it's all done with now. and it'll just be a matter of time. Now this next one, we do need to maybe change this slightly, because it's just going to take priority to whatever it happens to grab in here, which looks like it took the sand. There should be some more blazing cactoid in there than that. So it's just going to constantly be doing sand, so we're going to have to separate these. Let me make a cut here, come up with a little bit different design for that, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so a couple small changes here. Just reconfigured, ran it across here. So down here we've got the sand pumping into the iron furnace to make it slow and steady. Over here we're going to have the blazing cactoids, as well as the mutton and the beef. So we'll cook up the cooked mutton, and we'll get some steaks out of here. So this furnace will have plenty of stuff to do. It's just catching up on a little bit of the sand that was there. No big deal. So the cactoid makes these blaze nuggets. So what we want to do down here is put our cyclic assembler on there, and we'll use a sort pipe here, so that the blaze nuggets will always go down to the black one here, and then we'll just put in, we already have our pattern for it. We don't want anything backing up through the blue. Is this gonna... No. Okay, now that we've got it on, these came in the system beforehand, so that's fine. Let's throw these in here. Throw that in, and the glass in. Alright, so that's fine there. And then this here is going to make the blaze rods out of these nuggets, and they're going to automatically filter themselves right in. And then out of here, we will just hook that up, and it'll go into there, and we'll dump it into the chest. So that'll be simple for that. When the nuggets end up coming through, which is going to be a while because it's a little bit backed up. Oh, and I didn't tell it to do it. Alright. So we need some nuggets. I used every last one of them. Okay, no problem. What did I just grab? Where are the nuggets? That's fine, they'll end up in the system. That'll sort itself out later on. Yep, don't have any in there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we want it to automatically do the automatically assemble the glowstone as well. Because we did make the pattern for the glowstone, but we really don't want it to have to create glowstone as it does it. We're just going to let that go automatically. So our easiest way to do that is going to be to just pull out of here another one of these guys, and this time it's going to, we are out of transfer nodes, so let's go grab one over here. I think there's some in here. Transfer node, yes there is. And so we'll grab some of the glowing reed and same thing. So transfer a node out of here. No, we don't want those to tie in, do we? Nope. So we'll just come across one more. There and there. Now we can put it on the face there, and on the face there, right into our assembler. We'll have to configure this one. This guy's configured right, come in from the top out from the side. This guy is in from the side, and he's going to be out the bottom now. So let's just fix him. So he's out the bottom, and into our ender chest, which is going to be getting a workout in this room. And out of here, we want to pull our glowing reed, which we have a ton of in the system. We're not going to be making these charcoal blocks for now, so we'll just delete that pattern, put this in here, and we will teach it that one of those makes two of those, and there you go. Just make them and spit them right in. So now that is auto processed as well. We have to figure out, I don't know what I want to do with the wood, but we want to make a pattern for the cyclic assemblers because we're going to be using a ton of those guys. So let's just make that right in here. So to make a cyclic assembler, we need tin gears. So let's teach it to make a tin gear. First we need blank patterns. Do we have any left? Nope, we don't. So let's make another 30 of those guys. It's missing iron. Okay, so let's make just another 5 of those, 6 of those I guess. How many can we make? Oh no. Let's see what we can do. 4? Will you let us make 4? No. 3. 3 it is. We might need more than that just to make this guy. But the iron is going to be auto processing over there, so it's not going to be too bad. But yeah, it's crafting that up. So let's just grab some iron right out of here and shoot it through on our own, so to skip the line, just because we really do need that coming out pretty quick here. And okay, so now we've got some nuggets coming in here, so we can grab those out as well. We're gonna skip in line here at cobblestone, whatever. Oops. Okay, do your thing. We didn't need that trash pile anyways. Don't know why I took it before. Alright, so now we get the iron coming in, and we can grab those nuggets were just right there. Well, whatever. Did we already teach it? Am I behind here? Does it know? Yeah, it knows the blaze nuggets have to go there. So why did I need them? I didn't need them. Whew. Don't know what's with my head today. Okay, sometimes you just get confused. So next up is making more blank patterns now that we've got more iron in there, right? We got a bunch. Yep, and it is flowing in. So let's see what we've got. We've got these 3, which I will take and make me 10 more. Nope, iron hasn't got in there quite yet. Alright, so let's just do this. Tin gear. Also need copper gear. So make that. And also need the redstone receptor coil. So that's our 3 blank patterns. And now, can you make 10 yet? Almost. Next time we click over there, it'll be able to do it. So these are going into the molecular assembler, which is going, we're going to need more molecular assemblers coming up pretty quick. And our cable up there is getting full. Alright, so now should be able to do 10. Yep. Thank goodness. Alright, so next part of it is chests. We do want it to know how to make a chest, but that's going to make an oak chest. So this is where I'm not sure how I want to handle wood, because I want some planks to be in here automatically, and I want some logs to be in here automatically. So we're going to have to figure out something with that. For now we've got enough chests in here, so we'll worry about that another time. And we will just assume chests are already in there. So we need the machine frame, which is the tin gear we already did, and now these guys. Oh, we have to actually make the tin gear though. So let's just make that. Get one of those made. Shouldn't take much time at all because it's already there. And now grab the rest of those blank patterns that are slowly cranking out. And give me my basic machine frame, and that is going to go into the assembler. And then finally it's got everything it needs now. The chest, like I said, we'll deal with later. Now we just have to make these things. So make me a copper gear and make me a machine frame and make me the redstone receptor coil Now it should have everything it needs to be able to make this pattern. Everything but a blank pattern. So there we go. Now we can craft these up on demand as well. And I demand one. So, cyclic assembler. Let's just do one for now. Be nice and quick to make. And there it is. We also need the schematic. I don't know if we're even going to bother doing that because the schematic is so simple. I don't think we're going to tell it how to do that. We'll just take them that way as we need them. Saves a little bit of space. So the next thing we're going to assemble is some of the wood. I do want it to be able to do the wood. And I guess the best way to do that is going to be, I should have thought of this to begin with. We're going to run this across the top just like we did over there. So now we should have just done that to begin. Let's just pull these out, pull that out, take that off, it's not needed, and we're going to do that across the top as well, just like we did with the furnaces. So there, and the glowing reed, a stack at a time. And then just pipe right down into the top. So let's switch this yet again. Blue in the top, nothing in the side. So now we can just put these right next to each other. Save us a little bit of hassle. So blue in the top, orange out the bottom. We're out of transfer nodes. We can't go right next to each other. We still have to leave a space, so that they don't, well, eventually in the future we'll be able to put them right next to each other because we'll have the facades and all that stuff, but for now we'll leave space, and we're going to be expanding this so much in the future anyways that it's fine. We'll end up putting one in the middle and dealing with it at the time being. We just want the wood to be created. So let's first off grab some wood. And do we have any more transfer nodes? Nope. So let's make some. Actually, that is something that we should probably do over here because we do use a good bit of these guys. So we'll just teach it to make us the 4 at the time with the ender pearls. Slowly we're getting a good amount of ender pearls, so I am comfortable using them in the patterns, and they should speed up as hopefully there's a small chance of the ender pearls dropping an extra seed. So I am hoping that that happens for us, and we're going to end up with more than just the one plant, and then they'll really be coming in quick. But for now, what's missing some stone, so we can only make one set. So that's fine. Make us just the one, and that gives us 4. Because the next thing we're going to do is have it make us stone. Actually, that is something that we can do over the other side. So out of here, we want it to pull wood. This is where I don't want it to go too fast, though. We want this to be sort of slower. So we're going to have to figure out how to throttle this later on so that it's just not changing all of our wood. Or maybe we'll change over all oak wood, and then the logs that we have will be a different kind of tree, and over at the tree farm we'll have it grow multiples at a time. That might be the way to go on this. So we're just teaching it right there. Simply, one log is 4 plank. It doesn't have power because we haven't powered any of these yet. The power, I don't know if I have enough wire to get all the power around, but we should be able to grab it out the back here somewhere, all the way down here. And let's just pull it over. I do have more of these in the ME system, I do believe. So this should get us there. Let's see. We need some here and some on the other side. So let's just poke little holes in the wall so we know where we're going. There and there. So just like that, plug that hole back up. And the other one is going to be on either side here. And plug that back up. And I think we are going to need a few more of these guys here. Fell out the sky. There, and yep. Grab a few more, but these should just about be ready to go. And this is all pulling off the solar panels from up top. So, do we have some more conduit? Yeah. We got more, and we've got more of the conductive iron, so we can step them up a little bit too when we need to. Well, no, make some more when we need to, but we're going to step these up because these are good for the simple machines and whatever, but they really don't put out much power. So we are going to want the next step up electrical things. What is going on here? It's so hard to tell which one they're actually on. Ugh. So we wasted a few down there, whatever. Now we can recover them right from here. Give me that, and give me that. Okay, and from in here it looks all clean and dandy. This thing should be power enough. Yes, it is. And oh, that's a good. That is gonna throttle it, huh? Because these only search so quick to put it in there. So that's good. I wish they had speed downgrades for them. That would help us out a lot. All right, so that does that. Now the next thing that we are going to concern ourselves with is the power situation. Our solar panels are, you know, they're all fine and dandy, but we need better solar panels and we need more of them. And we are going to do that automatically. So, you, sir, are going to use tin to make it because we have way more tin than we do iron. So, learn how to make mirrors. And we're going to need more of these as always. So you know how to make mirrors, and now you know how to make a solar panel 1. And a solar panel 2, you already know how to make the receptor coil from the other thing that we looked at. So let's put you in here. The assemblers for those. And now have us make one of these redstone receptor coils. And have it make a solar panel 1. And now we should be able to teach it the solar panel 2 once those get put in there. And so we'll drop that into here. Now the solar panel 3, that takes these components here, so we need an induction smelter now. That is the next thing that is getting tied in. So an induction smelter, what do we need for that? We need the Invar. I'm not sure if we have Invar. Let me see. Yep, we have some of the Invar left. I don't know if that's enough. Nope, that's not enough. So how were we making that? We were making that in the alloy smelter with iron and nickel or ferrous. So let's see if we've got any of that. We've got plenty of iron, of course. I don't know if we have nickel or ferrous done yet. The ferrous isn't crafted up. So I'll do this off camera, and then when we're ready to piece together the rest of the solar panels, I'll catch you right back. Okay, so we got our alloy smelter hooked up over here with the interface, and we've got the induction smelter hooked up as well. So we should be able to press right on here with our solar panels. We've got up to solar panel 2. Now for solar panel 3, we need to teach it a few different things. First is going to be these photovoltaic cells, which is a lapis and a mirror. So if we get the lapis right here, and we get a mirror, which we're going to have it make. And we do need one in our inventory as well. So we're going to teach it that if you do that, you get the photovoltaic cell. So we've got the two in there. We'll pop those in. Let this get cooked up here, and then it will come over. We should see it in here in any minute. And so now that's how you do that. And the next thing that we need is the basic machine frame, which we already have, and the leadstone energy cell, which is just the lead, which is automatically going to be crafted, and the block of redstone, which we need to teach it how to make that. So that's a crafting recipe. The block of redstone and lead. I'm not sure that it's made any yet. Let's check. Nope. So it's just and the lag is back. So we'll grab a stack of the lead out of here, and we'll just have it skip in line. Come on over here, and you can just skip the iron, and let's throw that into there. So now we can have it do lead is in there and everything else. Oh, we need to have it make us one of those though. So it's got to make the block of redstone. So block. Oh, it's in our inventory. We've got to put it into the molecular assembler, which we are very quickly running out of room on. And while we're over here, we'll put this up here. See, I moved the Invar over there too, just to make sure I had the setup right. But I do want the Invar to go to the alloy smelter because it's a little bit faster in making it. So we'll do that. And now the redstone block can be crafted. So make that for us. And now you should be able to make the redstone energy cell. Copy that pattern over. We need more blank patterns. Big surprise. 10 more of those. And is that the last spot in the assembler? So we do have one more interface. Can we put that? Yep, because it's got the energy going in there. So we're going to just put it right on the face. And there we go. Is that too many channels now? Or is that going to work? Is that a missing channel? No, that's online. All these guys online? Can't even really see that one. So I guess everything is online. Well, if something doesn't work, then we'll know that it's not online. Anyways, so now we've got all of the stuff to be able to make that. We just have to have it make us the machine frame, which, yep, it's got all the stuff to do. So it'll make that, and we have to have it make us make this energy cell frame, which it's got everything to do. So it's got those, and now we can teach it. Oh, are we running out of power? See, we really need those solar panels up on the roof, because I imagine that it's nighttime and we're shut down. So let's make another cut and wait till day. Okay, so daytime's here. We got power back in our system, so let's hop right back to it. The level 3 solar panel should be all ready to do, and there we are. Let's just grab some of these blank patterns that are coming out. And there, now we can make the level 3 solar panel. Let's see if we have everything we need to go up to level 4. Level 4 is going to be the hardened machine frame, which is Invar and Electrum. We don't have the Electrum, so let's hold off on that for now. I think this is a good stopping point. We'll just grab, let's have it make us one of these solar panels, huh? Because we do, I have a bunch of the solar panel 2s I just pulled off the roof. So let's have it put that all together for us and make us a solar panel 3. Actually, let's make 2 of them, huh? Once that one pops out, we should be able to make one more. Let's have a look at it. Alright, so it's waiting on something. I think it might be waiting on this one to finish up. Yeah, it's in line behind this, which is waiting on something else. I don't know. So, alright, well, that'll pop out eventually. It's waiting on something that it's got to be cooking up. So I think that's going to wrap up this episode. We got a good amount done. We got all of this auto processing going on over here, and there is still going to be more auto processing left to come. There's going to be more auto crafting, and we're just going to keep on getting more and more complex with it. So thanks everyone for watching. Leave me some comments on the videos. I'm not getting too many comments on this series. You guys are commenting on the other ones. So tell me what you think of this, what you want to see, and I'll catch you next time. This has been Bup, and I'm out of here.